Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, I'm gonna just come at you with a really super quick video. Amazon Prime days are here, right? So I would suggest maybe you stick around and we can talk about some of the things that make my life so much easier, so much better. I'm just gonna go through a couple of things that I would, if you don't have them in your kitchen, I would suggest you get them in your kitchen, because I'll tell you, especially with going keto and you're having to do a lot more cooking than you normally would be doing, and preparing a lot more stuff, at least for me anyway. These are godsends for me. They're so much easier and everything else. So let's get right into it. Let's start. So the first thing I'm going to say is something that I use every day. Super inexpensive, super easy to use, and that's actually my frother, right? So I make this. I bought this back when I started doing keto and I started making bulletproof coffees. And that thing really hums. I've had this thing for what, 3 years or so now, maybe even more than that. And this thing works great. I change the batteries out in it every once in a while, and it stirs the coffee like crazy. So when you're adding all that extra stuff in there, you're putting butter in them, or you're putting eggs in there, or you're putting whatever it is, this little duty really whips things together in a really great shape. So so take a look at them. I tell you, if you don't have a frother in your house, you've never had your coffee stirred the right way, right? So I would definitely get a frother. It's just, they're really super cheap too. Really super nice. Like I say, this is something I use every morning, and sometimes, excuse me, in the evening as well. So super nice. They're like $10 or something like that. They're pretty cheap. I don't know what it is now, but like I said, when I bought it, I think it was like $8 or $9. So probably 10 or 12 now. So next thing I want to talk about is the Immersion blender. So this is the Acekool Immersion blender. It comes with all kinds of gadgets and everything else. It's not real expensive either. It's like, I don't know, $30, $35 or something, I think, when I bought it. Again, it's not plugged in, so I don't have to worry about cutting my hand off or anything. So, but really handy gadget, really nice. Get in there. Comes with the this as well as this. It comes with all kinds of attachments. So you have this. I should have used this the other day when I did the egg video. Actually, it goes like this. That goes on here, and then this goes in here, and so you really have some nice attachments for a whisker, so that you're not sitting there stirring. You can actually just kind of let the machine do the work instead of you do the work. Again, you take it off, you put this on, and again, when you're using nuts or something like that, or you just need a little food processor, boom, there you go. There's your food processor. So really handy, all-in-one tool. So it has a bunch of attachments. It also has a frother as well with this. I've used this once or twice. I was kind of hoping it would work better than what it did. I did have to use the Immersion blender for what I was making, but again, for coffee and stuff like that, this would work great. This is kind of big and bulky, so I didn't want to leave this on the counter or anything else. So, but just a really super cool idea. Really handy. Really nice. Again, not real expensive. So try to keep everything together. It just, like I said, it makes my life so much easier when you're cooking and mixing things up and stuff of that nature. Everything from making mayonnaise to whatever it is you're gonna make, butter or a ghee or whatever it is. So I don't know what that's doing here, but so super good for, like I said, I've used it and I've done a couple of nuts in my recipes and stuff. Super easy to clean because it comes apart really easy. So another one of those items that I would suggest that you look at. Again, this Acekool seems to be a pretty decent brand, and it's worked really well for me. I know a couple of other folks that are using it as well. One of the other things I use, and I know people probably say, well, it's not a good brand, but it works for me. So this is a Hamilton Beach mixer. So again, I don't have everything in here. I use this to make the protein sparing modifying fast bread. I also use it sometimes to make like mousse and stuff of that nature. This thing is like super cheap. I think I paid 80 bucks for it or 90 bucks for it. I've had it for over a year now. We use it, like I said, we use it almost every weekend. We bake 1 or 2 loaves of bread. Now it's not a big handy mixer that the big $500 ones or anything else, but you know what? For me, it works. Gets my bread made. It gets it in the oven, and it's 90 bucks, right? So I don't know what it is right now on Amazon. Again, you go down and check that link and click on it. Hopefully they have some of these things on sale and you get some good deals. So it has suction cups on there, so it sucks to the counter. Like I said, I use it at least twice every week to make bread. I know I've used it then. For 4th of July, we actually made a dessert. We made some chocolate mousse. So that was really, really cool. So again, and we used it to make the mousse, so it's a lot easier than sitting here trying to whisk it together or trying to mix it together or trying to take the hand beater out and doing it with the hand beater. It's just throw it in there and let it sit there, and you kind of just sit there and watch it go, and when you think it's done, you're ready. And then the last, I should say, no, this is not the last item. So the next thing that I would say that we use an awful lot of, we use this thing every weekend just about, and this is our Ninja Foodi grill. This is the 6-in-1 Ninja grill. Super, super nice. We use it, like I said, every weekend. Comes with a couple different attachments. The grill pan's in here right now, but there's another pan that goes in here side as well. It does, well, you can't see the buttons. They don't light up, but the buttons, when you plug it in, light up. And there's an air fryer on it. There's a broil on it. There's a grill on it. There's a bake on it. There's a dehumidifier on there, so it really does 6 different things, 6 different tools, all in one. It's an indoor grill, so you can have it indoors. So if it's bad weather or inclement weather, you can have it in the house and just grill like you would normally. Again, it's not big, but again, for me, there's only 2 of us, so this is perfect for us to do that. So I'm really, really enjoying this. This is by far one of the best investments we've had. We've had this, we think we bought it on Black Friday 2 years ago. And it was one of the best investments that we have done. So we've cooked so much food on it, grilled so much on it. Sometimes we'll put it on the patio, especially if we're doing fish and stuff, just because you don't want the fish smell in the house. So we'll carry it out there. It's not very heavy, but it works great and grills up stuff. It actually has an attachment on the side of it so that you can actually use this and you plug it into it, and you can tell how you want your steak or your meat done, what you're cooking and how you want your meat done, and you tell it how you want it done, and it will cook it to that temperature. It will get halfway through, it'll tell you to flip it over, and it will tell you when the meat is medium or well done or whatever. So it's kind of a cool little gadget. So but it's something that we use all the time. So like I said, it's pretty cool. It's been extremely handy. So this is definitely one of the best things that we've ever bought. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, and I kind of showed them to you in a manner of from the cheapest, $10 item to a $35 or $40 item to a $90 item to a $200 item. So so the last thing I'm going to show you is something I use all the time, and we're going to switch around the camera around here a little bit, just because the thing that I use all the time in my house is our camera, right? So the thing that I'm filming on right now, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to shoot over to my phone, and we're going to shoot this next segment on my phone, and I'm going to show you my camera that I use and the setup that I use, and I'll have the links down there for that, and just in case you want to become a YouTuber or a blogger, or you just like to have a really nice camera in the house. This is a really nice setup. So let me switch this around and I'll show you. Alright, so the last thing I was going to talk to you about was my Sony. This is the EVC, Sony ZV-1, right? I'll get it right. So this is the camera I shoot almost all of my film on, besides my phone. This is Sony's version of a blogging camera. So I'm going to adjust it. This is going to go up a little bit. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry, we're gonna start over again. So this is my camera. This is what I use for blogging. This is what I use for shooting all my videos and everything else on, or 90% of my videos. I use my cell phone as well. I also have an Osmos Action 1, which is a great outdoor camera, action camera. I will put that up against GoPro any day of the week, and you know, it shoots 4K and everything else. It's really, really nice. So. But I went with this for my blogging for in the house. I do carry it outside with me occasionally, but generally it's in the house because I'm doing a lot of the cooking videos and a lot of the talking and stuff of that nature. So this is the camera I use. Very, very nice. It's all self-done. I don't have to buy the extra lenses. I don't have to spend a ton of extra money on that. So it's a camera. It's all in one. Now again, it's not cheap. So you see when I turn it off, the lens comes out. When I turn it on, the lens will go back in. I do have I did buy a wide angle lens because it does kind of shoot narrow film. So, but these things are pretty cheap. They're like $35 or something like that. Versus when you buy a regular camera and you're buying a lens, you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. So that's kind of my camera. It also has the side where it folds out so that you can see yourself while you're videotaping it, and it also spins and turns so that you can adjust it. And this is great for when I'm shooting down at food or something like that. I can turn it up so I can still see what I'm shooting and get a good angle at it. So it's really, really easy. It's been pretty easy to learn how to use. Again, I can close it this way to protect the screen, or I can turn it around, and when I'm shooting from behind, and you can see that. Now, of course, it's got the lens cap on it, so you can't see the side of it. But so it's kind of a really, really nice, easy to use camera, all-in-one camera, telephoto lens on it. So it's really, really easy. When I bought it, it also did come with this. This hooks to, mounts on here. So really easy. This actually has, you'll see me handling it all the time. It has the movie, the picture, and then the telephoto lens and stuff of that nature, so that, you know, when I'm walking in, I can use it and I don't have to start it and stop it and all that good stuff. You know, I don't have to reach up on the top of the buttons. It has it on here, so when I'm holding the camera or blogging, I can turn it on or I can turn it off, and that kind of good stuff. And I did buy this little stand to go on. I've actually got 2 or 3 of these now, so this was just a nice little one that holds it good, and it's good for, like, you know, walking around and holding it, and it does have 2 ball heads on it, so you can really move the camera around. My problem is getting it level. So, but those are the things that I would say that are in my wheelhouse of what, if I was going to go out and look for stuff at Amazon or I'm tracking, and you want to know my opinion of stuff that I use that you should look for either in your kitchen and or if you're blogging, these are the things I would use. Again, the frother, you know, the immersion blender, which is here. The 6-in-1 grill as well, and behind me, of course, the blender, right? So great tools, great things to have in my kitchen. I couldn't do YouTube without all these things. I do have some extra stuff. Like I said, I'll throw in a little thing about, like, I use the collagen peptides as well. I use those every day. I put them in my coffee. It's something else that I couldn't do without. I always buy these in 2-packs, and when I run out of one, I buy more. So I always keep these in the house. It's really, really good. Again, you know, almond flour, some other stuff like that. I do have some links down there for those things too. So, hey, if you're out there and, you know, you want to know what I use in my kitchen and things that you should look for, at least in my opinion, things that I would look for on Amazon Prime days, and these are those things. Now, I do have some things I'm looking for. I'm looking for a new coffee maker. I think I'm kind of thinking about that, and a sous vide cooker. So, because I want to do some experimenting with sous vide cooking. I've never done it before. It looks really, really interesting, and I really, really like to do it. So, hey, hopefully you like the videos. And hey, don't forget to check out this video and this video and this video. And you guys are awesome.